Greetings, everyone, and welcome to the conversation series on mediation created with an aim and vision to promote mediation in the world around us and to talk about mediation from the perspective of a common person. We are in the second season two, and with solo sessions, unmasking and venturing into the life and persona of a mediator. We continue with a short legal disclaimer. The views expressed herein are the voluntary personal perspectives of the speaker and may or may not represent the views of the larger professional community they belong to. This session is aimed at providing you a general overview of the subject matter and should not be construed as a professional or legal advice in any manner whatsoever. And the session is being recorded for wide circulation. So, today, let me introduce the speaker for today, Chijioke Nnanna Ibeku, a lawyer, mediator, and an author. He's the founder, principal partner of 3Cs Met International Institute of Mediation, Negotiation, Conciliation, Counseling and Conciliation, and Center for Peer Mediation and Peace Building. Chijioke Ibeku is a legal practitioner with almost 20 years post-call experience and a certified mediator, counselor, and author. He is also fellow of the Chartered Institute of Auctioneers, a member of the Nigerian Bar Association. He is an alumnus of St. George's College and Abia State University. He has written and published books on mediation. He has recently been made a member of the International Board of Expert Mediators, FreeMap, and we are here to discuss his journey as an author, as a mediator, and more specifically as a peace builder in the state of Nigeria. So, welcome on board, Chijioke. We have known each other since long, but you are the one who introduced peer mediation to me, I should say. So, what do you want to talk about today? First, let's talk about your journey as a mediator. So, how has
All right.
building been?
Well, thank you for having me, first of all. It's indeed an honor. When somebody that is also part of what you do invites you, it means um, there's a level of appreciation the person has and wants to also, further build on. So it's an honor to have MBME. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you, but
You missed out of
yeah.
you missed out my membership of You missed out the membership of the MBBI, Mediation Beyond Borders International. I'm also a member there.
Oh, that's great.
I'm a member of
That is
Mediation Beyond Borders International.
that's a
But
big
being
thing.
that I've been made, yeah, thank you very much. Being that I've been made, it's been a wonderful journey. It's almost 4 years plus. When I had written the book, my first book, Mediation, that was a handbook on the contemporary phases of mediation. It dawned on
We are facing some internet issues, Shijoke. I would request you to switch off your video if that is possible, because I think your voice would be more clear there. Shijoke? So till the time Chijioke is back, let me talk about Chijioke's books. He has recently launched 3 books. Yes, Chijioke. Could you switch off your camera because we are having internet issues with you? Oh God.
Yeah, I was saying what led me to the practice of peer mediation. And I had said I had written a book on mediation. And of course, knowing we also have to take care of the younger ones, we need to have this as a continuum. I have to begin to think of the children. And for us as mediators, towing the path of our mentor, Kenneth Cloak, he says mediation is a way of life. So you're not going to restrict mediation to a particular set of people. So I had to begin to think of how to bring in all strata of all human beings into this mediation. And that's how I thought about the peer mediation. We got into it, and I also began to think of how to document our experience. And that's how I got to the book I wrote, The Practice of Peer Mediation, Our Story, because my story could be different from yours. So I told our own particular story. Yeah, that's it.
So, first of all, peer mediation has been, how many children have you actually been able to give them the certification?
Wow, interesting. We've been able to certify thus far 484 children.
That's
We've done 484 children.
484 children. That's really a big amount now.
Yes, 484 children.
Yes.
If we had the financial wherewithal, we would have done this year. Our target was to do 704 children, an extra 200 plus, but we could not meet up because of the lack of funds. But we already have about 100 children waiting for certification, and in the number, these 100 children. So if we had, like I said, if we had the needed funds, we'll have had 704 children. But now we only have 484 children. And we have 100 children already waiting who have been certified since the quarter of the second quarter, April to June. But they've not had the funds to certify them. And one interesting thing about that particular batch is that you have and orphan children in that batch. Yes. You can imagine the wonderful feeling it is having children who are blind, get that kind of sense of belonging, being part of what their children who have the ability to see. They also have that ability to also be certified along that line. It was a very great feeling for me, and I dare say for Tracy's. Thank you very much.
When you mention about funds, everything is being done by you personally, or are you getting some help from the government?
Well, everything is being done by me personally. No help from any government. The only thing the government has done is just to provide the resource, more like the children and the environment, just the schools. They're not I've not one dime. I've not received a kobo from them. When we initially started, it was all my family, my father, my wife, my children, my siblings, in-laws, good friends that we are supporting. Until we had the divine grace to have Patrick, who joined us in 2022 to also fund. We had Intan Sarit, the young Malaysian girl who is very passionate about what we do at Tracy's. We had Lisa Singh, who also, came in. We had another very wonderful human being, Kimberly Best,
yes,
who took it upon herself to also fund. Again, and I have another person I call the angel in the human from Jody Leff, an American. So these are people used, to kind of keep us trudging on. If you note my posts on LinkedIn, I always mention on Facebook, on social media platforms, I always say we are trudging on. We keep trudging on. So these are the people that have kept us going, kept us trudging on until we get the necessary grants we believe by God's grace we should get.
Yes. Interestingly, when I was talking to you, there are organizations, since you mentioned orphan children, there are organizations, world organizations, the WHO, World Health Organization, because it's also a mental health issue if peace building and violence is to be as far as children are concerned. So if this is a move against teaching them peace is against violence, and also there are institutes which work towards orphan children as far as world organizations are concerned. Did you ever think of connecting with them, or did they give any aid or support, or they volunteered to do it any time? No.
I wish it were that easy. I wish it were that easy. I've done everything humanly possible. I've written to people that I think I should write to. In fact, some of my friends or some of associates wonder, say, Chijioke, you're so privileged to have a lot of people beyond your borders. You know, have a lot of international contacts. Why won't they come in, with the World Health Organization itself and the rest? And I wonder. But like I told you, it's not always that easy.
Yes.
It's not always that easy. But I've done everything humanly possible to try and see how I can get these organizations to toe the part of what we are doing. What can we do? We'll just keep working and praying that they key into this vision. Because like I told you, we've done 484 children. We have 100 children already waiting to be certified. If we had done the program, we'll have had an extra 200. At the end of this year, by the 31st of December, or by in tandem with what we always do, we call it the certification ceremony. If we had our ceremony last week, Saturday, or this coming Saturday, we'll be having almost 704 children, if all had gone according to our plan. But, it didn't go well. So it didn't go well. It didn't go as planned. So we only have 484 children and 100 outstanding. So cut the plus or minus, so we already have 584 children because the 100 have been trained, just that they've not had their ceremony. They've been trained, they are well equipped, but they've not, been given the privilege of a ceremony like other children before them. And we've done this since this is the 7th. No, okay. If we had certified the children for this year, we'll have been having the 8th edition, the 8th edition of this program. So I think we've done everything humanly, but we've done very well. Without any, I can beat my chest and say we've done very well.
Yes, definitely you have done very well because 484 young children are now aware of what is peace building, what is peaceful dispute resolution, and they are going to. It's said that if you educate one child and he or she makes a difference in their environment, it's huge. And 484 young peace builders going out in the world will definitely make a huge difference. But when we talk about such steps at the international level, there are organizations which we should be because I am also part of the team, we should be connecting with them, and we would urge such teams to take up the cause for peace building in Africa, and they should be able to help. That is one thing that I would urge people, and it will be a message from our side that if somebody is pooling in their own funds, and the whole family is dedicated towards a cause, and they are making a huge difference in their community, then people from all around the world should, at least the organizations which are dedicated to this cause, should be helping and should be thinking of helping in some way or the other. So let's hope that this program is going there where it will make or create an impact. It will make a difference to the thought process of people, and at least some help would be there. Now, when we talk about your books, um, we have
Sorry.
Yes, Chijioke.
Something. In addition to what you are saying, in addition to what you are saying, if we talk about this program, as if we need to also make people realize, or I think I need to emphasize on it, that this program is not only for the children in Africa, in Nigeria.
Yes.
We have in the course of time, we've had children from Japan join us for this training. We've had children from Turkey join us for this training. We've had children from Japan, we've had children from Turkey join us. We've had a lot of other interests say, we want to understudy you. So this is no longer something happening within Nigeria. It's now going beyond borders. So what we now need, basically, is to have the funds to put our feet down in those areas. Somebody reached out to me a few days ago and said, Chijioke, I think you will be in Malawi next year. And I said, okay, I hope people will pay for it. And they laughed. So, we already begin to see how we can. It's already something that is beyond the borders of Nigeria. It's already going beyond the borders. So we just need strong supporters who can be able to say, we are putting our money where it matters most. You have this ability, you have the team, we are taking you all around the world to make sure that this program is well established, well entrenched, to make a difference as it's meant to do. Thank you very much. I felt I should emphasize on that.
Yes, definitely. Because see, the thing is that we all are trying to make a huge, when we talk about the world community is trying to make peace between Russia and Ukraine. The world community is trying to think of peace in the Saudi region, the between Israel and Palestine. So when we are here, we are teaching the kids. We are actually building a world which would be free of violence. So that impact, it's a proactive role. It's a proactive work that you are doing. So that should be, if not lauded, at least supported. you know I mean, if people support and results come, because the results of what we do with the children today would be for a good nation tomorrow, for a good world tomorrow, and that I think should be acknowledged. So when we talk about your books, uh, ordering peer mediation, do you have some interesting anecdotes you want to share about your experiences with the children that you have added in the books?
Wow, I have a lot of experiences. In fact, there's one that I think I mentioned it in the book. There was this particular child, a female child. She was part of the program as a proud. When we came, we met her in her primary school. For in Nigeria, the primary school is maybe from 6 years to 11 years, or 6 to 10 on an average. So we met her at the very first instance in her primary school. So down the line, years later, we now go to a secondary school. We now wanted to step it up, take it higher, go to a secondary school, a higher institution, more like where you have older children. And all of a sudden, I just see somebody run at me with great speed, almost pushing me down. All my body frame, my huge body frame, a little girl with so much excitement. I mean, is that not Mr. Ipe, Mr. Chijioke, Mr. Chijioke? Running towards me with so much excitement. If I wasn't standing properly, I'm sure she'll have pushed me down because excitement was overwhelming. So I'm sure she was wondering, oh, I finally see you. Are you here again? I think I took one of the pictures and I think I put her picture in the book. That was a very wonderful experience for me. A girl that had not seen me in the past maybe 2 years plus, she saw me last when she was in primary school, and she's now seeing me in her secondary school, running the same program, and she was overwhelmed. I mean, that was so much money, more than $1 million to me. I wrote it in one of my post social media platforms. It was a very wonderful feeling. It's a feeling that remains very indelible in my mind.
That's really great, because not only they would remember you, they would remember what you've taught, and that has been imbibed and impacted in their minds. So that clearly shows in their demeanor, in their uh, excitement towards you. So I think that's really a good example there. So when we talk about other books of yours, contemporary facets of mediation, what do they promise to the readers? Could you just tell something about that?
Well, just like it says, contemporary. What we wanted to do, and that's why we revised the book, is to keep you abreast with the current trends of mediation. Because for us as mediators, mediation is a way of life. So life keeps evolving, life keeps changing. So we just need to keep people, what we observed in 2020 has changed now in 2024. So we need to keeping people abreast in the practice of mediation. So that's why I deemed it fit to do a revised edition, so that you know that yes, this was what happened years ago. It's still happening, but look at the way people are looking at it again, and that's what I sought to achieve with writing a revised edition on that book.
That's really great, and I'm sure it's going to help people, young individuals who are venturing into the field, to get a grip of the subject, to get a feel of what mediation is about, and to be able to explore their own ideologies into the field. So, when we are talking about mediation, there's a third book of yours, which is property management, I think. What is that book about? Shidyoki, you are muted. You're muted. Yeah, yeah. We lost you. Shiryuki, we lost you. Could you just switch off the video?
Surge and a lot of it. Anyway, but
No
basically,
problem. No problem.
the book was sought, I sought to talk about managing of property. Again, I was trying to emphasize the place of mediation as a first point of call when you have disputes in the property management sector. Of course, you know that you must surely have disputes in that sector because, for instance, the landlord and the tenants, you must have disputes on any other business. Maybe you buy land, is not. But I was very particular about the tenants and landlord. That's why I focused on in that particular book, telling you how to manage your property, how to make sure that your property yields very good investments to you as someone that is a landlord or as someone that is involved as a solicitor in that field.
So that also
Or
is
even the tenants, for the tenant to also have know his or her rights.
yes, that is also an asset as far as mediation also is concerned, and legal issues and property and other issues. That makes a huge difference. So when we talk about all three facets, property and management, peer mediation, and contemporary facets of mediation. So, what is your favorite topic as a mediator? What has been most influencing in your journey? I know it's like trying to decide between your three babies. Who's the most your favorite? Chijogi, I think we have lost you again. So people, you do understand that there is a family, and with so much internet issues, which with so many technical glitches, and with no support from anyone, this man is trying to make a mark in the field of peaceful dispute resolution for his own country. And I will have to pause that. We unfortunately have lost Chijioke. He uh, has internet issues. I do understand that he's one solo person who's marching forward in getting the people aware, his generation and his people, the people, small children, aware of peaceful dispute resolution. We understand a lot of things, but funds are a major issue there. So Shijuke, you have joined back. I was trying to see if, because we don't have much time left, the meeting is going to get cancelled like just less than a
Yeah,
minute.
let's just we can round up almost immediately. Maybe we'll have another 3 seconds. We can round up.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining. And that's what I was saying, that uh, Shijuke is a solitary warrior in their own